What is up, YouTube? So today what we're gonna be trying to do is get this thing road ready, and by road ready I mean I just want to make sure it's got good fluids in it, and make sure that there's nothing like leaking, like oil or anything, so that we won't damage this engine if it's, you know, really some good. So the other day I had checked the oil, and it was literally not even touching the stick. Well, it's barely touching, but it won't focus. But it's barely, it's right at the add mark, so we definitely need some oil in it. And so what I did, I went by the dollar store and just got 3 quarts. That should be enough to fill this baby up. And I got it up on jack stands because I'm gonna just crawl under here and just double check some stuff, make sure most of it is still hooked up and good to go. And this is probably more than likely going to be a 2-part video, but it's going to be one video, but I'm going to continue this tomorrow since you guys will be watching this on Friday, because it is dark outside and I really want to drive it during the daytime. So tonight what we're going to do is just go over everything and make sure that it indeed is drivable, and then tomorrow we'll actually try to drive it. And there's a cat. I don't know if y'all can hear that. There is a cat outside just meowing away. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just going over this and trying to examine exactly what we got here, making sure that nothing's like loose that's dangerous. And that's a little coolant I spilled the other day. I put a little bit in there. But yeah, I'm just going through and checking everything. Again, this engine is gonna be pulled out, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to make sure before I pull it out that everything is working according to plan. Also, something else I did is I printed out like as many diagrams that I could for the wiring behind the dashboard, and so hopefully we can go through this stuff and, you know, figure out exactly, you know, pretty well. I'm trying to get everything routed as close to the way it's supposed to be as possible. And I know like people that do stuff like wire tucks and stuff, I know that they never mount this stuff the way it's supposed to be. It's always like, just as long as it goes to where it needs to go, it doesn't really matter about the mounting locations. But I'm just trying to keep it from where I might have any type of issues when I do put the dashboard in, because I'm not really trying to have to be removing dashboards and stuff all the time. Alright guys, so under the car I switched over to the good old Note, and man, every time I look at this car there's more and more goodies on it that really makes me feel like it was worth the purchase. So if you look up there, those look like brand fucking new Skunk 2 upper control arms, which I found the Skunk 2 box in the car, but I did not know exactly what it was or where it went, but there they are. And also, if you look at the axles, they look like pretty much new. Like there's no kind of dry rot or anything. Those things look like fresh. Even these lower control arms look like pretty new. Like they're silver looking, and that's great. It looks like it's got new ball joints in it on both sides. Yeah, it's looking really good so far. The only problem I see is it looks like the oil pan gasket might be leaking a little bit, but we can fix that once we pull the engine out the car. And the oil plug looks like it's got a little oil on that as well. So yeah, it looks to be just the oil pan gasket. That's what the bottom looks like. It looks like some new struts as well on this thing, but they're stock. But looks like it's got some brand new struts on it as well. So I mean, it's been really maintained, that's for sure. Just that interior, just had to get that interior put back together, but everything else seems to check out pretty good. And this damn cat is really at the door. Do y'all hear that? I know y'all heard it. Please, I hope when I do this edit, y'all can hear that, cause that's crazy. All right, so we got it all topped off, and everything's looking good. I would actually try to fire it up, but this battery that came in it is completely shot, so I'm gonna have to jump it, and I don't really feel like doing all that just to start it. I'll just wait, and we'll just continue this video tomorrow and fire it up, and hopefully it'll move under its own power. We'll just resume this video tomorrow and do a first little drive, and hopefully everything will go well. So we're gonna continue in just a second. This is so fucking sketch. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Like, this is so sketch. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But the transmission is shifting fine. So that's one thing. Now if we can make it back, we'll be all right. Like this thing, what was I thinking? Look at this. Like the whole, come on, let me make it back. transmission feels good. The transmission feels good. But yeah. I had no idea what I was thinking. All right, got her back in here. Whew. Yeah, that was really sketch. Definitely remind me next time not to do that shit again. Cause yeah, that was scary. But it drove. The trans feels phenomenal. So that's one thing that he wasn't lying about. So that's good. That was very scary, but well worth it because it drove. It really drove. So that's a big that's a big plus. So we know now that the trans is great. The trans feels awesome. No grinds or anything. It's shifted smooth. So yeah, now we know that's good. But man, that was really sketchy. And I didn't have this door shut. Like I did not realize that the steering column wasn't bolted down until I tried to use it. But yeah, so that worked. The engine actually sounded okay once I turned it up, and that lope is coming from the outer air control valve. When I did this, it smoothed it right out. So no big deal there. These usually go bad anyway, so we'll probably just delete it out and fill the hole in with some RTV or something. That's what we did on the trap car and on the other H's that I've swapped into my cars. So you just run your little RTV in that little hole right there and seal it off. But yeah, for the most part, I think we got us one here. I know a couple of y'all were mentioning that this is a automatic and they put this mount mates it to a manual transmission, but that's no big deal. Again, if I do keep this car, I'll probably end up doing the K swap in it, so we'll probably end up cutting that mount off anyway. But yeah, now that I look at it, it does look fairly different than this mount. So yeah, that's a good eye, guys. That's a good eye. See, this one kind of angles up. That's probably got something to do with the automatic trans. And this one is kind of just flat and just straight across. Yeah, that was a good eye. But again, for Nisha's Civic, we don't have to have these mounts. I can, eBay has a full set for like $65 for a B series, so no big deal there. The engine is the main concern, as long as that runs good. And then some people are talking about take it apart and check it, which when I do take it to James for the tune, I will be having him like, I'm gonna probably pull the valve cover off, but I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, so I'll probably end up having him just check behind me and see. But whether it's built or not, we don't really care, because we just want a better running engine in her car. So as long as everything checks out, whether it's stock or aftermarket, I just want it to be a good engine for her car. And then this, especially now seeing that it's an automatic shell, we'll just go ahead and keep it. We'll probably put all the body panels back and pull it over here to the side or something, and then when we get ready to go K, we'll have us a good shell, mint condition to do that in. So yeah, I'm super hyped. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and you guys have been really killing it with the views lately. We're getting 1,000 views per video in about a day, so that's really awesome. I appreciate everybody. I will catch y'all in the next one. As always, like, share, subscribe, and remember, respect all bills. Peace out.